Hello and welcome. My name is Bashir Fadl, and I'm a senior educational expert with lovelycourse.com. Today, we're going to talk about Salesforce development, and we're going to do it by answering some of your most common questions. So the first question is, why should I study Salesforce development? And the answer is simply go to some of those websites that post jobs, such as LinkedIn.com or Monster.com or Indeed.com or Dice.com, and search for Salesforce developer, and you're going to find three things. The first one is there are thousands of Salesforce developer jobs today as we speak. Number two, that a lot of those jobs pay more than $90,000, 110, 120, 140. As a contractor, you can even make a lot more than that. Number three, most of those jobs are remote. So how about it? I get a job, most likely that's going to be remote, that's going to pay more than $100,000. And there's thousands of opportunities out there in today's economy, which is just a great opportunity. Number two, when I study Salesforce developer, what am I going to study? Basically, Salesforce has its own development language, very similar to Java or C++ or C#, and it's called Epics. So I'm going to learn Epics. I'm going to learn how to create classes in Epics. I'm going to learn how to create triggers in Epics. I'm going to learn how to use the query language embedded within that, which is so cool. I'm going to learn how to do APIs and integration. The next question then is, all right, I have a lot of options out there. I can go through Udemy, I can go through Lovely Course, and I can go through a different camp. Why should I use lovelycourse.com? And the answer is, we are not just in the business of teaching, but we're also in the business of making things very, very, very easy and basic. In other words, I've taken a lot of programming languages in other places, and there is a lot of theory. Here's what an array is. Here's what an if statement is. And I'm trying, people are struggling, students are struggling to understand the concept. But what we do is we try to simplify it. We give you a simple example that you could actually apply. So instead of saying an if statement is this logical, conditional, whatever, we'll give you a simple example and say, okay, here's an opportunity. You know what an opportunity is? It has three different levels. So it could be hot, warm, or cold. And an if statement is what's going to allow us, based on the condition, to say, well, if it's meet this criteria, if this is equal to this, it's going to be a hot lead. Else, if this is equal to this, it's going to be a warm lead. Else, it's going to be a cold lead. Makes perfect sense, simplifies it, and you get to run it on your own. Second reason why I should go with Lovely Course is because I get access to the entire curriculum, lesson by lesson by lesson. And each lesson has the explanation, has the video, and also has the line of code. So I can actually go into the code, copy paste it, and run it and practice it over and over until I'm an expert in it. And then I can create my own code. So it's very easy because you have your video, you have your line of code, and you get to practice it over and over, hands-on, not just theoretical. And most importantly, that our examples are not hypothetical, but they are simple examples that you can run, and it's going to simplify that concept to you. Again, at the end of the day, what do developers do? You're basically moving data or processing data from out of Salesforce into Salesforce, or from Salesforce into another system, or within Salesforce, you're processing that data. So whether we call it integration or APIs or classes or triggers, once we understand how simple it is and have simple examples, you're going to find that the developer job is one of the easiest, fanciest jobs that you could ever do. And then finally, what happens at the end of the course? Once you finish all the lessons and hit complete, you get a certificate of completion straight from lovelycourse.com. All right. In addition to that, the prices are very competitive. We try to make it very accessible to all of you. And we have an orientation session. Simply go to lovelycourse.com/events and look at the next orientation. Come in, listen to the explanation, and ask any question that you have. We hope that you guys join us. We wish you the best of luck and looking forward to seeing you.